Hello. All right, so we're going to be getting starting soon. All right, hello everybody. So all right, so this is my new impromptu setup, I guess you could say. Um, there will be a TV that will go here, and this is my new setup. I have lights. This was really a test that turned into let's just go ahead and do it, you know. So I'm trying to build that up into trying to just build a habit of just doing these things. So let's get into it. First, I wanted to talk about the AI, music and AI. So here's the thing. Um, Music has turned like crazy, man. You know, cause like now we have all of these different, and we'll play a couple songs, but this AI music sounds so good, and it's so conflicting because it's good, but you know that it's coming from somewhere bad. You know, because it's like AI, and they're using a template of some artist's voice, right? For example, like it sounds like Tank mixed with sometimes like a Luther Vandross mixed with sings like Usher. You know, it's like it's an amalgamation of all the different like artists, right? But it's not them, obviously. It's AI. Excuse me. So let's just check it out. Let's see. No, I heard it before. I like this one. Look at the picture.
Ain't get a roll on no weed,
It kind of looks
ain't
like it.
get a roll no switches. I was locked up on Christmas, ain't get to see my niggas, ain't get to hold my mama, couldn't even give her no kisses. Can't even post on my news board, cause these pussy niggas be snitching. Everybody acting suspicious, might probably say that I'm tripping. When I'm all alone in my jail cell, I tend to get in my feelings, and all I smoke is that loud. Don't pass me no midget, and I'ma smoke all of my pain away, cause that's the only thing that gon' heal it. I don't understand you women, just gon' go around pretending as if they really fuck with me, so I love them all from a distance. Cause the same bitch say she down to ride, be the main one who triggered. Got my liver with promethazine, cause every
Who
time
can be
I
easily
wake
described
up
as a
in the
YN at
morning,
the time.
I
But
got
before we
murder
knew
on my mind.
term YN, he was a YN. Okay, and so I was older. I was older, was joining the military, I was already married, had a job, I was older. You know, a lot of people, when they join the military, they're like 17, 18, all that stuff. You know, like, mostly younger, you know, starting a new life and all that stuff. So, as a grown adult, you know, this is like a different world to me. You know what I mean? Um, this song was introduced to me. This was just like the YN. He was from Chicago and he liked this song, and so he played it, and this kind of became like the anthem of the whole room, because it was three of us in one room. Okay, they shared the bunk, and I, as the grown adult, shared the bed on the other side of the room. Um, this dude used to get in all kind of shenanigans, man. Now we're in military training. This was pre-COVID, so actually maybe like a cycle or two before COVID, I think, because interesting enough, COVID shortly happened after that, because I went in 2018, right? So COVID happened like 2 years after that. Anywho, during this cycle, this was before COVID, but it was after, like, like they had policies where they couldn't, kick you and punch you in the chest and all that stuff, right? But equally just as, difficult, I would say. So we were at AIT. We could not have technology. You couldn't, you send out your first, hey, I'm alive, I'm here, going through training type of phone calls and stuff. But then after that, you going to training. At a certain point, you did receive your technology. Like you have like an iPad. You couldn't have a cell phone. Wait, no, they did give us our cell phones, but you had to leave it in the room, locked up, couldn't be visible, right? You had time like at nighttime where you could be on it and stuff like that, but like not throughout the day, and not, all this other stuff. So he bought a what was it at the time? Like a PS4, and he had one of the mobile. Excuse me. He had like a mobile, like, monitor. He used to hide it inside of his dresser under clothes. I was like, dude, you just can't can't get right. You can't get right. And I was like the oldest one in the the unit my group, and so. They were always like rely on me, and he's my roommate, so he would always rely on me to talk to him. I'm like, dude, come on now. I used to have to wake this boy up to go to training in the morning. We used to run and stuff like that. I used to have to wake him up. I'm like, dude, I feel like I was at home with my kid. Like, golly, come on now, you got to do some stuff. But he introduced me to this, So I'm an educator, and so I will play these AI songs just to see if the kids recognize it.
Yellow tape around his body, it's a fucking homicide.
And it's so interesting because some of these songs, when they came out, they were songs that it's like TikTok gets a hold of it, and then now it's totally different. Like they be singing these old songs, I'm like, how you know the lyrics to that? Oh, it came out on TikTok again. So now it's a meme. It ain't even like, so it's so interesting.
Tears dropped from his eyes. He grabbed me by my hands and said he was afraid to die. I told him it's too late, my friend, it's time to say goodbye. And he died inside my arms, blood all on my shirt. Wake up in the morning, I got murder on my mind.
And I think the reason why that song resonated with us, because we was in the military. We just came from basic. We was in annual. I ain't gonna lie to you, AIT, okay? It's a training where you get your job, MOS, and you have specialized training for that job, right? But you still obviously military, so like it's a lot of not relearning, but like, just kind of like, you take a test, but then you learn new stuff, but you still got to make sure you're good on that first test, on the stuff you learned first time. Yeah, it's just an addition, right? So like, boom, still military stuff, but how do you do your job in military? So, yeah, it was fun. Actually, I had a lot of fun in military.
AK-47s, Mac 11s, Glocks and 9s, and all these pussy niggas hating, trying to knock me off my grind. But I can't let them do it. I got murder on my mind, bitch.
Pause again. It's like on DVD. Who has a DVD player? I have to literally buy a DVD player just to play that DVD. So interesting. I have it. I don't know. We maybe with my watch one day if I can figure out how to.
I got murder on my mind. I got murder on my mind. I got murder on my mind. I got murder on my mind.
See, it seemed like Tank.
Wake up in the morning.
Hey, hi, brothers. This is freaking ridiculous.
AK-47s, Mac 11s, Glocks and
Oh, we're not gonna do that. I don't need. Okay, we're gonna go down the playlist. All right. Now this one, I'm not gonna lie. This one, my jam. I am a Mike fan. So I am a Mike fan. Specifically, my favorite is his Invincible album. You know, it's so interesting. I think that came around a time where I was like discovering music. It's like old Mike, like rock my not rock my world. That's all that album. Been reach out, I'll be there. Because he have a version of that song. You know, like all the Jackson 5 stuff, right? And then bad doom 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 doom. I know everything's slow. It's the delay from the headphones. It's like I'm hearing slow, but I can't turn it down because I don't know what's going to happen. But anywho, it's Timston, right? So doom 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 doom. Your butt is mine, right? So like all that Mike stuff, like you grow up to that, but then Invincible Mike, early 2000s, is like, oh, you doing like right now R&B, but it's like different. You know what I'm saying? And then Luther Vandross, love Luther Vandross. He is my number one. But the crazy thing is that like I resonate mostly with his what's the name of that album? Hold on, we got it. Sorry. So albums, boom. So Dance with My Father is this one. It's 2001. I think it's just with Luther Vandross. Can I take you out tonight? Hearts get broken all the time. Ooh. I gotta turn this mic down off for me. Hearts get broken all the time. Ooh. Can you not see? Oh, here we go. Can you not see? Oh, here we go. Can you not see? Alright, so boom. Now okay, now I can do this and not sound crazy. Alright, so boom. Let's see. Let's see his version. I don't think I ever actually heard his version of this before. Oh no, Can Heaven Wait? I think I remember that. Oh, I remember this. I remember this. Oh, I remember this. This was around the time, you driving in the car. For some reason, I don't know how I got on this. Oh, look at Gabrielle again, checking video. Alright, enough of that detour. Anywho, around this time, that's when Invincible was out. This is when Luther was out. Like they just kind of like whenever they released these albums, this was like the most influential at the time for me. Although I do love them and I appreciate them, it's just that during those times, it was just the most, it was just like the songs that's out during the time that you're listening to music and you can experience. Yeah, 2001 same. So like that same kind of, you know, that's just kind of what you resonate with the most. You know what I'm saying? So boom, let's get to it. Never be the I think the fun about this is trying to figure out who the artist sounds like. Let's go to the comments. Let's see what they say. Oh, there ain't no better than the original. I would now if Mike would have did this version, it would have been great. This AI ain't never better than the original. It's kind of like, you know, I'm also a Marvel buff. I like the Marvel movies, and so like when I watch the Marvel movies, you know, it's really nice to hear theories. I got into theories because of Marvel, and then like different shows and stuff. Gravity Falls, you know, they have the theories, and then One Piece. Oh, the mecca of theories, boy. It ain't no, but it's every like but it's a lot of content around it. You know, like it's thousands of chapters. Not thousands. It's more than 1,000 chapters. So obviously, it's like the longest running years. You know, it's a lot of speculation. He gives you incremental pieces at a time. So at telling this big story. So like, you know, One Piece theories make sense. May give one or two at some point. But the point I'm trying to make is that like, I love theories. And so this is like an alternate version of what this song could have been. It's kind of like another song, Michael Jackson song that never came out with Michael Jackson, Usher, and T-Pain made it. And they were supposed to do it. I was like, damn, that'd have been crazy if they came out, right? Because Usher, you know, he kind of like, you know, yeah, you know, he had his peak in the 90s, early 2000s. But then, you know, he kind of like hosted and stuff, kind of stay relevant. Make a new, you know, this or that, kind of remind us, oh, that's Usher, you know, every once in a while. He got new artists out right now. Actually, not a new artist. That young man has been, you know, he was like younger child artist, kind of singing a lot of different places. He sang, I know I'm all over the place, but I'm excited. I hadn't talked to y'all in a while. You know, it's been a couple days. I spelled that 1,000% wrong. My bad. So, I love this song. Another side note, being in military. I love being in military. But the other side note. So what happened was this song and Redbone ran through my head as I was marching to get like, you know, like soldiers will do that sometimes. We'll pick a song, you know, something just to like focus on, to not think about your feet feeling like, you know, grilled ground beef. You know, like how ground beef, you grill it, you know, like to make a hamburger patty, something you could just imagine like the heat of that meat crisping up and you know, that heat that heat reaction on that meat touching that hot pan or that hot skillet. That's what your feet feel like when you walking. It feels like in boots for hours, for days. It feels like you're walking on rocks without no shoes on. It hurts, okay? And that's just one of the pains that you just really just kind of got to deal with. It's not like a, just, you know, pain is, you know, pain is good. It ain't one of them kind of, no, I'll bump all that. Look, listen, there are some pains where it's like, you can deal with it. You know, it's just kind of like it is what it is. Then there's some pains where it's like, no, this hurts. Every time you do it, it hurts. It's not like find some good silver lining in it. It just hurts. I mean, you're going to do it because you have to, but it hurts. We're not going to get around that. Like, it just hurts, right? So, this song ran through my head, and I like it. Ludwig Göransson, this dude right here is, we're going to talk about him one day because he's like, as I build up my own lore, I guess, you know, he, you will always be around. I'm gonna kind of skip because on YouTube too. Him. Don't remember his name. So him, that young man, was also in the what was the name of that movie about what's that girl name? She an adult now. But she used to be on Grump Blackish. She Diane, what's Diane? See, I'm thinking 6 Degrees of Separation. What is this girl? Oh, Marseille Martin, right? So, she's an adult now. That's crazy. This was a little girl. She was introduced to us as a little girl, a little diabolical, evil spawn of hell. But little girl. Oh, it was this movie, right? So he also was in this. See, here you go, J.D. McCrae. He was also in that movie. He was like one of the singers. He was nervous. He used to stutter and stuff. Now he has turned into this. He has grown into a grown man. Now, time is doing this thing. What is it? I sleep at night 'cause you're by my side. And so here's the thing. You know, the interesting thing is that he what's it? They don't show his new stage name. Oh, Jadon. Well, Jadon. So he goes as Jadon now. Anywho, so J.D. McCrae grew up. He's now Jadon. Okay, this is him as an adult. He had to braid things. Now, so here's the thing. What's good is that he's with Usher. The good thing about that is that Usher knows how to be a boy. Not a boy band, like not a boy. I meant to say, like, you know how you're in a boy band. That's not what I meant. He knows how to be a solo act. You know, teenage heartthrob. He knows how to do that. He knows how to market that. He did that well, and so he knows how to do it again. Well, he actually did it again. Justin Bieber. Now he's doing it again with Jadon, right? And hopefully Jadon don't have all the you know his Justin Bieber. Although Justin Bieber is still a great artist. Like, I like his music. He does good. I liked his black phase. Although I think he kind of like, you know, he balanced out into like his own sound now, and I think it's pretty cool. Yep, this is him. Boom. And I was like, dang, who's that boy? He looked what? He not like he looked. You know, we tend to do that a lot. Like, oh, he looked like such and such, or he was on it. That's him. He looked like him. You know. So let's get back to the original. I forgot. My bad. They even got Mike as if he never, you know, touched his nose or skin. If he never had, vitiligo. Funny side note, I'm sorry, I know I keep top. So here's the thing. When I was a kid, you know, when Boondocks was on and Uncle Ruckus, he used to say, I have re-vitiligo. I used to think it was called re-vitiligo. But it's not re-vitiligo. Michael Jackson had vitiligo, which means that his skin was turning white for some reason. It was like some defect, right? His skin turned white. That's vitiligo. Uncle Ruckus' crazy self said re-vitiligo. So he was getting darker and darker every year.
In time, I knew that love would bring this happiness to me. I tried to keep my sanity. I waited patiently. Girl, you know, it seems my life is so complete. Our love is true because of you and doing what you do. It feels so right. Oh, I search for the perfect love for my life. Oh, it feels like I finally found the perfect love. And I finally found, come on girl. You rock my world, you know you did. And everything I own, you know I'd give. The rarest love, would think I'd find someone like you to call mine. My mind, you rock my world, you know you did. And everything I own, you know I'd give.
This don't make no sense for him to be singing like that.
Check it out.
We're gonna do one more after this. I'll be playing this for my kids. And they be like, Mister, can you play the real one? No, we gonna listen to this one.
Like this.
Cause y'all do too much.
Yeah. 94. To all the ladies in the
Place
place with
with
style
style and
and grace,
grace.
allow me to lace these lyrical Dutches in your bushes who rock
Smooth.
grooves and make moves with all the mommies. The back of the club sipping Moet is where you'll find me. The back of the club macking hoes, my crew's behind me. Mad question asking, blunt passing, music blasting. But I just can't quit because one of these honeys Biggie got to creep with, sleep with, keep the ep a secret. Why not? Why blow up my spot? Cause we both got hot. Now check it. I got more Mac than Craig and in the bed. Believe me, sweetie,
I got enough to feed the needy.
no need to be greedy. I got mad friends with Benzes. See notes by the layers. True fucking players. Jump in the Rover and come over. Tell your friends jump in the GS3. I got the chronic by the tree. I like it when you call me Big Papa. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. I love it when you call me Big Papa. To the honeys getting money, playing niggas like dummies up. I love it when you call me Big Papa. If you got a gun up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place. Cause I see some ladies tonight who should be having my baby. Baby. Yeah, straight up, honey, really, I'm asking. Most of these niggas think they be macking, but they be acting. Who they attracting with that line? What's your name?
What's your sign?
Soon as he buy that wine, I just creep up from behind and ask what your interests are. Who you be with? Things to make you smile. What numbers to dial? You gon' be here for a while. I'm
See,
gon' call my
he sing like
You go call your
Tyrese Joish. You know, Tyrese kind of Joish, like a mix like that.
Throw the keys to little C's, pull a truck up front and roll up the next blunt. So we can steam on the way to the telly, go fill my belly. A T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch's gray. Conversate for a few.
Hold on.
'Cause in a few we
Pause. So when he said that, cause when you hear it like the original Big Papa, right? It don't sound like, it's like obviously he punching. You know what I'm saying? Which means that like he's rhyming, and the word usage flows seamlessly, but like at the points of the beat of the music, right? Right. And so you're not really hearing it. But this, I'm sorry. R.I.P. But listen to what he said.
'Cause in a few we gon' do what we came to do. Ain't that right, boo? True. Forget the telly, we
Hold on, I go back for it now. My bad.
A T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape.
A T-bone steak, cheese, egg, and Welch's grape. I wish I had the clue. Well, I wish I had to, pretend like I got the thing. Welch's grape, dude. Welch's grape. You that black? Okay.
Say for a few, 'cause in a few we gon' do what we came to do. Ain't that right, boo? True. Forget the telly, we just go to the crib and watch a movie in the jacuzzi, smoke L's while you do me. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. I love it when you call me Big Papa. To the honeys getting money, playing niggas like dummies. I love it when you call me Big Papa. If you got a gun up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place. 'Cause I see some ladies tonight who should be having my baby. I love it when you call me Big Papa.
Smooth. You understand me? With a V. Now hold on. Hold on. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Is that better? Yeah, looks better. All right, so let's do the next one. So boom, this one right here. This actually started it.
She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said, don't mind, but what do you mean? I am the one who would dance on the floor and around. She said, I am the one who would dance on the floor and around. She told me her name was Billie Jean, and she caused the scene. Then every head turned with eyes that dreamed of being the one.
Okay, so there's another creator that I follow. His name is Astro Dior. Okay, and it's so funny because I'm going to show you. I watch him. So like, yeah, this is him. Nope, not clicking on that one. You see where I'm going with this?
Today we're reacting to Cursor to AI. This Cursor.
This is him. This is what he looked like, and it's funny because, so this is what he looked like. I showed my wife this too. This is him. And hold on, I can't. Where's my mouse? My bad. Cursor. And this is Mike. And it's funny because he said he used to be afraid of Michael Jackson just because like how he looked and stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, I had my time because when he did the Ghost, oh, Ghost scared the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just not gonna hold you. Ghost scared the shit out of me. Why? I don't know. I'm very squeamish when it comes to scary stuff. I don't do scary stuff. That's why this right here, as light as this may be, you know, I'm good. No, I don't do horror. Don't do horror at all, right? But anywho, I just thought that was funny, like how he looked like this. People always told me, be careful what you do, and don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. Your mother always told me, be careful for you love, and be careful what you do, cause the lie becomes the truth. Hey, Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl. The fact that it's so crazy. They got they got the timing right. They got the trends of like how music is created right now. So like they like, it sounds like trap soul. Why do you think he got the hat on? Because who is the king of trap soul? Bryson Tiller. He sings like Bryson Tiller, but it's not Bryson Tiller. It's like some kind of, I mean, it kind of do sound like a not a Giveon, but it might be Bryson Tiller. Like a Bryson Tiller mixed with Mike. It's the for 40 days and for 40 nights, well, I was on her side. But who could stand when she's in demand? Her schemes and plans. Cause we dance on the floor and around. So take my strong always think twice.
You think twice. She told my baby we danced till 3, then she looked at me, then showed a photo of a baby crying. His eyes were like mine, 'cause we danced on the floor in the round, baby. People always told me, be careful of what you do, and don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. But she came and stood right by me, just the smell of sweet perfume. This happened much too soon. She called me to her room. Hey, Billie Jean, yeah, not my lover. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one.
Surely he's about to do some vocal gymnastics. He's about to flip and dip and watch.
She says I am the one, but the keys are not my son. She says I am the one, but the keys are not my son. She says I am the one, but the keys are my son. She says I am the one. Don't know what you did. She says he is my son, breaking my heart, baby.
One more. Because it's the other one. Yeah, this one was crazy. They just, in the background, eternally just saying jibber jabber, yip yapping. Ain't saying nothing, just standing looking cool.
I met her on my way to Chicago, where she was all alone, and so was I. So I asked her for her name. She smiled and looked at me. I was surprised to see that a woman like that was really into me. She said she can't have no man, raised to kiss the very best. She was helping me. She told me she was all alone, sharing how she did it. She wanted me. She said just to give her my page, 59 was a ghost. She was loving me. Lied to me, because she was loving me, yeah. I never would have thought she would live a life. Her words seem so sensitive. When I held her near, she tell me how she feels.
My bad, my cursor just. Hold on. Did we play this? Did we play this? You see your boy? There I go. See, I thought I ain't know nothing about no music. Chicago. But she was all alone. So this is a deep cut. Yes, this is I standing there. This is a deep cut. The reason why it's deep is because I was like, did we play this? I wasn't entirely sure. Can I zoom in? No. This dude right here wrote it. Okay. This dude right here, he wrote this version of the song. So how music works in marching band? There's a song. What happens is a person takes that song and he turns it into like beats and notes, and so he writes it, right? And we play that, but it's by parts. So there's a trumpet part, which is in a different key than saxophone, which is in a different key than baritone. But yeah, because baritone. Oh, I was like, I know this ain't a commercial. I thought I paid that good money. Hold on a second. I gotta
Can I have my
Sir.
electrolyte?
What?
My electrolyte.
It's on the counter over there. Grab it and go.
Is Mama still at the new house?
Yeah.
She lives every day.
Uh-huh. All right. So, as you can see, I played this song, and so that's why I was just kind of like stuck in the back of my head because, Mike had just recently passed. Well, is it recent? Mike had passed, but I think around this time was when they released his album. So this was his last album, what he was going to tour with, right? I think it's going to be like a everything tour. So like all the old stuff, but the new stuff, right? This was the This Is It tour, and then he ended up passing away, as they say, supposedly. Passed. He ain't alive no more.
It felt so real to me. This girl, she had to be an angel sent from heaven just for me. He gave that love. She told me she was all alone.
Crazy thing is, Mike don't even sing like that. Oh wait, hold on. I'm sorry. We gotta skip. Okay, so we didn't heard that. It's kind of like it's not gonna. Oh wait, who said that? It's a daggone shame how good this is. It's wrong, but it sounds so right. It even has the sound of the excess air release and key presses when you play the saxophone. I just showed y'all me playing the saxophone. That's crazy detail. Actually, let's get to that part. Let's see.
She was a loving me. She said just to give her a baby. Was the cold she lied to you, lied to me. Thought she was a loving me, lied to good love to me. Oh baby, she was a warning me. She loving me, but do it right then. She was a loving me. She said I give her never really tried to keep me anyway. She lied to you, lied to me. Thought she she was already spoken for. Cause I'm not that kind of man. Swear that I would never look her way. Now I feel so much shame, and all things have to change. You should know that I'm holding her to blame. She's saying it, I know. Holding her to blame. Said at home she didn't holding her to blame. Just to give my baby. Holding her to blame. Lie to you, lie to me. She was the love in me. Holding her to blame.
Wait till the second saxophone part. That's when it.
She didn't have no man. Maybe kiss, but baby, that she was loving me. She told me she was all alone. Sad at home, she didn't have was loving me. She said just to give her a page. 59 was the coat she's with me. Lie to you, lie to me, loving me. Oh man, she thought that loving me was all women, but she was loving me. She said like it would never end. Tried to get me any way she can. She lied to you, lied to me, 'cause she got a family, yeah.
You heard it? This one right here. Baby, I love you. You are my life. Happiest moments weren't complete if you weren't by my side. Oh, this one. Conviction through the sun. With you next to me, there's no darkness I can't overcome. You are my raindrops. I feel the sea. With you and God, who's my sunlight, I bloom in a rose so beautifully. I think the problem is that it captures the essence of this song. Like, this is a ballad. You understand? What a ballad is, and it's different, like even in marching band terms when we talk about different musics and stuff. A ballad is a song where you are only using your voice. So like, Whitney Houston used to sing a lot of ballads, right? Mariah Carey sang a lot of ballads. As you noticed, look at the artists. Aretha Franklin sang a lot of ballads. Luther Vandross sang a lot of ballads. They don't dance. This ain't a dancing song. This ain't a dancing type of mood. This ain't dancing. This is me standing in front of that mic. That's how I imagine it. You standing in front of that mic and you belting from your heart and your soul through your diaphragm, and you singing out your mouth, out your face, I love you. Right? And all the different variations of forms that you could passionately sing it through using the human vocal cords in the English language or whatever language, right? because shoot, there's some Japanese people, they be singing, right? And all kind of people all over the place. In fact, it's a Chinese dude. I believe that it's China, where it's a guy. He just be singing. He's I think it's some kind of cafe. Y'all might have seen it. Nice little area outside, and then he's just singing, belting his little heart out. All right, so but this song, the AI captures it well. That's the crazy part.
Baby, I'm so proud to be your girl. You make the confession go all the way from this cold and messed up world. I am in love with you. You set me free. Oh, I can't do this thing called life without you here with me, 'cause I'm dangerously in love with you. I'll never leave, just keep loving me the way I love you, loving me, 'cause I am in love, loving me. You set me free. I can't.
I want to say I think this was it felt like a Tevin Campbell. Dang, somebody else said it in the comments. Let me see. I know like Tevin Campbell. They say Luther. I could hear a little bit of Sam Smith. I don't hear no Casey and Jojo. I'm sorry. Jesse Powell. Definitely Jesse Powell. I don't really hear the Luther part. They keep saying Luther. I don't know how I hear the Luther part.
Do this thing called life without you here with me, 'cause I.
So again, y'all already know how my brain works. I'm sorry. Maybe not this one. It wasn't this cast. He was one of them, He was one of them, though. See if you pop up. So I'm thinking of a particular. Oh, here it is. Avery Wilson. That's what I was looking for. It's the Avery Wilson up there somewhere. If you know how he sings, he sing high like that. He sing real high, and he sing, that's how he sing like that. Like he real high, all of the runs and the twists and the turns and all that stuff. He sang like that. So it's not like an Avery Wilson. Let's go back and go through the checklist. I don't hear the Luther. I'm sorry. I mean, I think once it's grounded more, like carrying a song through the groundedness, that might be Luther. But like when they go up to that high, that's Avery. You can't convince me. It's Avery and Jesse all together. They got the top, and Luther got the low, I guess. And then Sam Smith up in there is the mayonnaise. So let's see. Hold on. Let's go back. Luther. You got that. You know what this might be? You know what? This might be okay. I hear that part is Luther. I get you that. Luther's my favorite artist. I've heard all of Luther. I get you that. I get it right there. I get you that. You got it.
I love you. Baby, I love you. You are my life. My happiest moments
Avery.
were incomplete if you weren't by my side. You're my relation in connection to the sun. With you next to me, there's no darkness I can't overcome.
Sam.
You are my raindrops.
Sam, right there.
On the sea. With you and God, who's my sunlight, I bloom in a rose so beautifully.
Sam.
Baby, I'm so proud
Sam right there. All that part right there, Sam. Avery. For everybody. I do hear the Sam. It's like a Sam Avery Wilson mix. Because I don't think Sam does the, you know. Tevin. No. Dang, what's this? I can't. Not Tevin Campbell. That's not what I meant to say. I meant to say, man, what's his man name? Dang, man. Johnny Gill. That's what I was trying to say. So, like, right here is Johnny Gill. Johnny, right there. Avery. Avery. Cause he kind of like Avery right there. Cause Avery, he sing right. It's like boom. So Luther is like right. Is like there, right here, right. Avery, Sam, I would say like right here, right. Avery, right here, right up in here. You understand? There's Avery right there. Because he stay in that pocket right there. He stay right there above the, right there. He stay right there. In that pocket right there. He stay in that pocket right there. You understand? That little area right there. He like to backflip up in there. You know what I'm saying? Them runs be running. Just be track start, just running, just going over her. Just that's Avery voice. Yes, very nice, very nice. If I could do it, I would. Can't do it though. That's his child. You hear that right there? So I think how the AI layered the song, it recognized that there was layers of how this song was sang, and so that like because Beyonce is gonna change a key. Beyonce will change a key every single time. She's going to change a key. She does not stay in one key. She can sing in multiple keys, and so like the transition, the AI picked up that she was changing keys. And they probably couldn't find a consistent artist that would change keys as consistently as she can in maybe one song, right? What she probably did. And I'm not saying it doesn't happen, because if we can go through to dang man, I can't think of this other song, but I know he said it was a very difficult song to sing because it changes so many keys, because it's going from up, it's like a 1 2 3 1 2 3 just consistently through the keys. Oh man, and it's a wedding song too. I can't think of. I'm looking at man's face right now. I can't think of the song. It'll come to me. Anywho, but like how Beyonce changes keys, as you can see, as I was explaining, as he was going through the song, we went from Luther to Sam to Avery, and although their voices are not in the same key, they kind of mesh because there's similar tone to the voice. And so what's going on is you starting at the low with Luther, right? You right here. Like I told you, Luther is right here under. He right in there, right up here, right? I told you that. Then Sam is right here. He bridged the gap, right? Because he stay in a good pocket. He stay right there in the middle, and so you can hear it, and it's like it's definitely them at that spot, because if there are other parts where it blends into the next part, because there was a lot of Sam sounding like Avery, But then when the key changes, it's consistently just Avery or consistently just Sam. You could tell the difference. It's distinct, right? It's because there's different keys, and so what the AI is doing is piecing those parts together, because those artists sing those parts in that key, in that song, and so it's interesting. We breaking this down. Let's get to it. We gonna crack this nugget. You understand? See, we're at the top now. See, that's what Avery do. That's what Avery do. He gonna stay, like I said, he like to be up here at the top of Sam. Like him and Sam kind of meet right around this area right here. But after that, Avery. Now Sam do take it up. I'm not saying Sam doesn't take it up, right? But Avery, he likes to live it up there. He live up there, right? Sam will bring it down, stay in his comfortable zone. Avery is gonna take it up there. He a shooter. You understand? He gonna because he like, that's why he like to be at. He up there, and so that's what he do. He take it up there. He gonna run around. He gonna run all the way through the up there. You understand? That's what he do. And so the AI put him at the top, because at this point of the song, Beyonce is at the top. This is the crescendo of the song. This is the most passionate. I love you, and there can be no other but you in my heart, and I love you for it. And this is the part of the song where it's the most. It's because we about to resolve into the music. Okay, listen. Top of the song. They saying gibberish in the background. I just noticed that because I'm listening to. I'm like, they saying what they saying stuff. They not saying what they saying. Like what is it? I can't do this thing called life. Like they're singing the chorus, in the actual song. They back there singing. I love, can't do this thing, love. Like they jumping around. Listen. Now you ain't gonna hear like me. Listen, let me go back a little further. They back there saying, they're not saying words. I think because if you think about like how computers work, there's only so much the RAM can do before it reaches capacity, right? And then it'll right, because there's only so much it can do. And then if you have like a GPU, right, they can kind of work in tandem. And then you got like VRAM and all that stuff, right? All it breaks down. But the point I'm trying to make is that like what's happening is there's so much focus on the main character, which is right now Avery, because we up in the bank, we in the I forgot what they call it. We up there at the top, right? We up there at the top, and so right now it's trying to focus on that, and so the other stuff in the background is losing focus on. That's probably why them fingers be looking like sausages and ground meat. That's probably why. Because what's happening is it's focusing so much on getting them facial features and pasting and putting it where it's supposed to be at that it forgets, the fingers ain't supposed to look like sausage because it's too fine of a detail to pick up. And so the same thing's probably happening in this music. It can't pick up the fine detail of the background singers being layered. You know how pictures work? Pictures work where it's just like light is exposed to the film and it's all poof. Whatever is there, right? But it's not going to get what's behind you. Songs are not like that. right? It's layered. You have the first part of the song, then the second, then third. It's layered parts. It's not picking it up because it's copying. It's trying to take a photocopy of the song, but it's missing the back parts of the stuff. So so when you hear that going around in the background, it's not catching the words because it's trying to take a picture. It's trying to make a copy of a picture, but it's not a picture. It's a video. It's trying to photocopy a video. You understand? Avery. Come on. Oh, you know what? He kind of got a little bit of Jussie up in there too. It's a little Jussie in there too. Just a little bit. This is like a little sprinkle. You know what I'm saying? Like just a sprinkle of Jussie, but there's a little piece up in there. I could hear it, cause Jussie. I don't want to say. I really don't want to say it like this because it's gonna sound really bad. I don't like to like rank people. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to rank that person about the person, but about the talent and the musical abilities. I apologize, but Avery Wilson is here. And then Jussie, I would say his vocal ability is like right here, right? And I think, what's this man's name? He is the vocal coach. Let me see. I can't think of this man. Him. What is his man's name? Oh, Steve Mackey. So Steve Mackey. You know what? It might be some Steve instead of Jussie, because they also sing. They sing alike. You know. So what happens is he knows how to sing. So Steve Mackey can sing, right? Although how the voice sounds, it does sound more like Jussie, right? Because Jussie could sing his heart out. It's just it ain't gonna hit either higher than him. You know what I'm saying? But Steve Mackey, because he do go high. Because I'm also talking about like how, again, you have like falsettos, altos, sopranos, and stuff. So I would say Steve Mackey and Avery Wilson are more like alto, soprano, right? Because I play the alto saxophone, as you've seen. Okay, that's about E flat, right? And so musically, what happens is you go from one, right? Bass. You got the bass right at the bottom, tenor, just like choir, right? Bass, tenor, alto, soprano. Altos can go up to soprano, right? If they're good enough, you know. It's not a thing where you're just stuck in alto. You can go up or you can go down. It's like they all in the same. It's all the same category, right? So Sam is more of an alto, very comfortable alto. Luther Vandross is a tenor, very comfortable tenor. And then Avery Wilson, Steve Mackey, and who did I say? Jussie Smollett, Jussie is they're all comfortable altos. Wait, no, sopranos, like like that higher alto soprano, right? I think they call it mezzo alto, something like that. I don't know. Anywho, yeah. So Steve Mackey is the man I'm talking about, him right there. And so I could hear, like this, how they do that. Actually, it sounds like Steve right there. You know what? Because I think also at the same time, I do think although Avery Wilson can go, so here's the thing. Jussie is a comfortable right here. Avery is comfortable right here. Steve Mackey, teacher, he can comfortable right here, can go up a little bit higher. So I think when we go up to that high part, they might have switched to Steve, because if you can hear the voices, it sounds like yes. Like how it sings is we transitioned again essentially, right? So let's go back a little bit because I was talking. Oh, so you start yelling. Yeah, oh yeah. Hold on. It's like right around here. Wait. This whole transition might be Steve Mackey now that I think about it. That's all I can hear now. At some point in time, we gonna have to. It's hold on, cause they pulled the rug up under us. Hold on.
No, it ain't easy loving me. I appreciate
This was Steve Mackey the whole time. Hold on. All I said, what I said what I said. But hold on. Just hold on. You're dissecting this song. I love music. It's one of my other passions besides comics. I know it's supposed to be comics, but you got into music. Yeah. Made my headphones.
Baby, I love you. You are my life. My happiest moments were incomplete if you weren't by my side. You're my relation in connection to the sun. With you next to me, there's no darkness I can't overcome. You are my raindrops. I am the seed. With you and God, who's my sunlight, I bloom in a rose so beautifully. Baby, I'm so proud to be your girl. You make the confusion go all away from this cold and messed up world. I am in love with you. You set me free. Oh, I can't do this thing called life without you here with me, 'cause I'm dangerously in love with you. I'll never leave, just keep loving me the way I love you, loving me, 'cause I am in love, loving me. You set me free. I can't.
It's Steve Mackey. It was Steve Mackey all along. So I'm gonna explain what happened. I was correct about the fact that they were using Luther's voice for the tenor part. We were going through key changes. The song goes through several different keys. It goes up, right? Started with Luther, then we went into Sam Smith, then we went into Avery Wilson. What happened? And then at the top is Steve Mackey. That is true. However, this is AI. It's blending these things. And what it does is it's like, let's say I take a language, right? I take Chinese, but I put it in a person's voice, a different kind of person's voice, right? So like, well, different people have different voices, yeah? So like my voice, I speak English, sounds different than other people's, right? For example, like Shannon Sharp, he sounds different than me. And then you have Kai Cenat, who sounds different than, we all sound different, but we're speaking the same language. So what's happening is this AI took Steve Mackey's voice and they took the way that Luther Vandross sings and put him in that key. Because Steve Mackey, that's what I was trying to tell you, he's talented. He lives up here, but he's talented. He can sing, and so that's. I wonder. Well, we gotta go back because I wonder if this is because Steve Mack. Okay, if you know who Steve Mackey is, let's talk about it. The reason why it's important and the difference, and it's a distinction. And the thing is that I know I ain't saying nothing. I'm sorry. That one. I don't know who that is. So this is Steve Mackey is a singer, but most importantly, he is a vocal coach. He vocal coached to everybody. You understand? A part of that vocal ability to vocal coach is his ability to mimic and his dynamic. He can go. It's like you're a coach. You do it all. He can go from the top to the bottom. And although he can't get to, like, he's not a low singer. He does not. He doesn't have a deep voice, right? But he can. Oh, music is so interesting because as long as he sings in tune, he can sing in tune, but it's the same note. You understand? So what's happening is he's an octave up a Luther. He's an octave up a Luther, but he's singing. It's because okay. So several things happen at one time. It's different singers sing differently. Okay, they all sing differently, right? You have a lot of people that do runs. You have a lot of people that just sing straight. You have a lot of people that they just have a big voice. Also, you're Libra. Shout out to Libra Club. That's why I like him. Anywho, so what happens is Luther sings a particular way, and he sings his songs in a particular way. And so the reason why I say Luther at first is because he was singing that song like Luther. He can sing like Luther. He also does a good job of mimicking. He does Mickey Mouse's voice. He does a whole bunch of different voices. He can mimic well. And so AI chose his voice because of this particular thing he can do, where it's probably a video out there where he sang like Luther. Let's see if a Steve Mackey sang anything about Luther before. Let's see. Let's use this one. I'm on like 2 screens, so my bad.
If this world were mine, I would place at your feet all that I own.
It's like he's singing it. He's trying to sing it a little low like Luther. He's singing it like Luther, how Luther was singing a little bit, but he's singing it like how he would sing it. He's singing it like him, but he's singing it like Luther, because there's a difference between singing it like everybody has their own style. Like if you take 10 people off the street, they all gonna sign a signature differently. You're gonna write the middle part of the song was sung like, come on, go back. Was sung like, it was sung like, and so that's what happened. Okay, let's see.
Got to tell you how you thrill me.
And so he's in key, but he's singing an octave up, because Luther kind of sings an octave lower than him. Same key though, same note. So he's singing it like him. He's not singing it like Luther. He's singing it in his own way. Was that the same song? Let's see.
What kind of a world?
No, not that. This I'm singing together.
Nobody told me the road.
That wasn't a good song. He looked like somebody different right there. He actually looked like somebody I know. Like I work with somebody that looked like literally like this, exactly like this. It's crazy how you could change. Like I think he just put a hat on. Anywho, so that is what happened. He took Avery's voice and they layered it in the way that Luther Vandross sings. Then they did the same thing with Sam Smith, because Sam Smith sings in that next octave up, right? And then they took Avery Wilson and they had him sing the part, right? Let's finish. So basically they took all these things and they packaged it in Steve Mackey's voice. This is Steve Mackey's voice. They used his voice. Yeah, because that's, now here's the thing. That's Avery, because we just heard Steve Mackey. That's Avery Wilson's runs, but that's Steve Mackey's voice. You understand? I mean, he also run too, but. You can hear number Steve now.
See myself being your wife, and I see my whole future.
Steve Mackey.
All my love for you sometimes makes me wanna cry. Realize all my blessings, I'm grateful to have.
He got him singing it though. He's singing his song. He's singing it though. But you know, it's so crazy. He could have just sang this. That could be a version of him singing his song. Let's see. He could have literally just sang this song. He sang everything. That's why they probably chose his voice, because he sings so many different types of songs. Okay, because what AI needs to have is enough data to recreate or reproduce something. They're not making nothing new. They're just taking something and turning it into something else. They're not making anything new. The song already exists. These voices already exist. They've already sang these types of songs and these types of things already. They just put all the pieces together in one place. And they put this song right here. Right? Are you going to hire somebody who ain't never been a dentist before to work in your mouth? Or are you going to hire somebody that's been a dentist? They might have been a dentist over here under this person, and they learned. It might have been a dentist over here under this person, and they learned. It might have been a dentist over here or over under this person, and they learned. And they've learned 3 different things. However, they've been able to take those things and become a successful dentist on their own. Are you going to take that person with that experience, or somebody that ain't got no experience? AI goes with the experienced person. And so that's what happened. It's disturbing. It's as equally disturbing as it is complimentary, you know, because like they chose a very talented person. Steve Mackey you have to be it's not a thing where if you can't sing, if you can't do, then coach, right? It's not that thing, because he can do, right? And he can coach. That's why they chose him, because if you're going to choose the maximum talent. If you're going to choose somebody to pretend to be like, you're going to go with LeBron, or you're going to go with some college person, right? Somebody that's in college right now, right? You might want the college person's body and athletic, like where they are right now in time, because LeBron is older, but you're going to want to take LeBron's experience, because even though he probably can't do maybe 10 games in a day, right? He could do 1 game in a day and do more in 1 game than somebody that's younger without the experience in 10 games. That's the difference. So all you need is 1 game. And so that's what they're doing. Oh, what was I looking up? Oh. He is singing person. He is saying he's a songbird. He is a song person. Him and music go hand in hand. So maybe he didn't sing this song. Well, maybe he did. I don't know. What is this? See? Hold on. He's trying to sing it in a different key. He's singing it in a different key. That's why he ain't going up like that. But he's singing in a different key. So it wasn't as easy up, because he was trying to sing it as a tenor. The song was as a tenor. He was trying to sing it as a tenor. He couldn't go up as high as he would have wanted to go. I'm pretty sure it might have been a short or something that he might have possibly had did this. Who is Tone Smith?
Moments weren't complete if you weren't by my side.
Is this a real person? How long ago was this? Oh, 7 years ago. It was probably
if you next to me, there's no darkness I can overcome. You are my raindrops, I am the sea. With you and God who's my sunlight, I bloom and grow so beautifully.
Okay. Anywho, just because you can't find it don't mean it might not exist somewhere, some kind of way. And so, honestly, AI is good enough to just do it. Make him sing it, just put it together. And so that's essentially probably what happened. That's Steve Mackey. They use Steve Mackey's voice for this. Now, I'm curious. Okay, let's finish the song. like I said, it's deeply concerning because if I'm listening to this and I'm sitting and listening to this and it's good, the unfortunate thing is that I'm a consumer and I'm going to consume this. How many people didn't view this? It's 223K views and it was 2 weeks ago. The unfortunate thing is that record labels will see this and they will say, why do I need an Avery Wilson? Why do I need a Sam Smith? Why do well, Luther Gong, they can't remember them. But why do I need Steve Mackey? He didn't put enough material for AI out there already. And Whitney is a good version too because they didn't put enough. They put it like Mike. Okay, so the reason why they did Mike, the reason why there's so many Mike songs is because he's the easiest to do. Because just like Steve Mackey, with all these different songs and stuff that he didn't do all that he do all the time. He don't do nothing but sing. He do like different covers of different songs. That's helping the AI because what's happening is they're taking that cover and they're turning that into, because his voice can do so many, so his voice is so dynamic, and he's already proven and shown that it's the easiest thing to do. See, look, he doing Adele runs. Look, they want him singing Adele next. Watch.
Hello from the other side. I love when Adele does that. She puts a run there, but she keeps it straight tone right there. Hello from the other side.
And so content is now data. So that's the unfortunate thing of AI is that although, and it's so conflicting because it makes such great things and it's such a great tool and it can produce something as brilliant as this. Because you could, like, if somebody can produce this, like this could have been a song somebody produced and have Steve Mackey stand his ass inside of a studio and you know, obviously do the music to it. Have him stand his ass in the sound booth and just sing this. He could just fucking sing it. He can just sing this. That's the thing about Steve Mackey, and that's why they chose it, because he could just do it. You want to choose somebody that can do all the things, not just somebody that sings one type of way. So the thing I was saying earlier, Whitney is good at singing her songs. She sings some covers, and she has a lot of things out there, but not as much as Mike. Mike has more things. He has more decades of things. And so because he has more decades of things, that's more data. The more of something that is out there already, the easier it is for AI to use, because they can find when he did this and when he did that. If an artist didn't do this and didn't do that within their whatever limit of what they put out there, then it's harder for them to use that. They have to now make it. You understand? Instead of taking and copying it. So they'll use artists that already have that. Steve Mackey just taught this lady how to do this Adele run. Now they can go do an Adele song. Like I said, it's conflicting because not only are they tearing up the environment, they're producing these wonderful, great things. Because this also can look real. If I just take this still and they don't move or nothing, this is a great reel. This could be like something, you know, for real. But it's not. It's not. Yeah, but that's why they do a lot of what? I see y'all judging me. Don't do that. It's a good song. Just wanna show you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Oh, Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. We just got rickrolled. I do love you.
You can have a piece of my love, it's waiting for you, girl. It's true. You can have a piece of my.
You know, it's so funny. I used to confuse Guy and the Gap Band because they sing so much alike. I thought that was the same people. When I was a kid.
Baby, you can't have all of me, 'cause I'm not totally free.
We're gonna do one more, then I got to go. It's been a vibe.
Front side, back side, you move
What was this again?
Oh,
yeah. I'm curious about this. And let's see who they used. Sound like Sam Smith so far.
That girl so scandalous, and you know another nigga couldn't handle it. So you shaking that thing like who's the ish, with the look in your eyes so devilish.
Yeah, that
You
Sam
like to
Smith.
dance all the hip hop spots, and you cruise to the grooves like an acrobat. Not just her bench, she liked to pop 'cause she was living la vida loca. She had dumps like a truck, thighs like what?
It's a lot of this
All
voice.
night long. Let me see that thong. That thong, 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 thong. Like it when the beat go. Like it when the beat go. That thong, 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 thong. That girl so scandalous, and I know another nigga couldn't handle it. And she's shaking that thing like who's the ish, with the look in her eyes so devilish. She liked to dance all the hip hop spots, and she cruised to the grooves like an acrobat. Not just her bench, she liked to pop 'cause she was living la vida loca. She had jumps like a truck.
That's the crazy thing, man. That's the sad part about it, and I hate that like this is so good because you know like you would want something good, you know, but you have to think of it like what you consuming and what this does to the industry. Because the thing is that like I mean the industry was already tore up. It was already tore up. You're not gonna sit here and pretend like you know it was just wonderful, you know, because 360 deals and all that stuff. We see in history where like if you have to like honestly think about it, you are an employee of a company. You are the lowest level, right? It don't matter what kind of employee you are. You could be a CEO. It don't matter, right? You are not the you're not receiving a touch of those profits. You're being paid to create those profits. And if you think about it, let's say you own a business and you are selling a product. You don't sell a product for the same amount of money you made it for. You don't make profit like that, right? What you're going to do is you're going to see how much it costs to make, look at the demand of the product, right? And you can compare that with other prices, and then that determines your price, right? So if it costs, let's say 10 cents to make it, you know, you're going to sell it, let's say the market says $5, everything in between is your profit. Now, a percentage of that, you're going to have to pay somebody to make or produce or, you know, sell the actual product. So, but that's not, like, but that price is not, that total price isn't going to you as the employee. You understand? So, if you think about that, you're only getting a percentage. If people in the music industry, you know, if people in the music industry are only getting the smallest percent, because again, employees get the smallest, that's what I'm trying to get to. Employees get the smallest percent. not all songs work. You know, it's not bad. I mean, they did a good job at it, but I don't. Oh, was this one I heard? This no, this one was. They did a version of this that was crazy. I don't think this is the one I heard. They did a version of this that was crazy. Okay, so employees get the lowest percentage of something. The most percent, the majority percentage of a product profit goes towards the owner or the company, right? You're not getting the most percentage. They want to pay you the least amount of money it takes to make it, because there's cost to make a product, and then there's cost that it costs to sell a product, right? Marketing and all that stuff. That's a percentage of it. They're not. It don't make no business sense to sell something for the same amount of money that it takes to make it. They don't make no sense. So they make it for cheap. They pay you a small percentage to sell it, right? Manage it, do any of those things, and then the remainder of that money goes back to them. The question is, what percentage consistently, right? Because every product is different. But out of every product, a percentage of that goes to matter of fact, we might as well. Because the thing is, if you type it into Google, it's gonna go back to this anyway. Yes, we'll do it tomorrow, okay?
But if we do it tomorrow, all have school and they won't do it.
You don't have school tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow you don't have school? Can we do this?
Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. Alright, go get back in bed.
Can we bring this instead? Or that's a long book?
Take it. Alright, it looks like your question is incomplete. What percentage of profit goes to employees can run? Okay, so something like that. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. It's one of these two. See, like I told you, so employee pay, materials, marketing, rent, and all the other expenses come out of that. But there's a certain amount of it that is profit. So how much you get back, and then how much is the profit. So retail, so software and tech, restaurants, right? Different industries spend different amount of each $1 of revenue on employee compensation. So typical percent of revenue spent on employee wages. So 10% to 20% of what the company makes from retail goes to paying its employees. Manufacturing, 15 to 25%. Software tech, 40 to 60%. Restaurants, 30 to 40%. Professional services, law, consulting, and accounting. Well, that's a different profession. So obviously, like, what you do, that's service based, so it's different. So professional services are different because you are paying for time instead of like a thing. So like, and then the lawyers are doing the thing. You understand? So like, if I'm the lawyer and I have my own consulting, I'm making the money. So like, I'm paying me. It is, that's a bit different. So for product sales, for $100, a company might spend anywhere from 10 to 70 on employee wages, depending on as a percentage of profit. If you specifically want profit, then employee wages are not normally taken for profit. But if we're having to compare employee wages compared with profit, typically you would have. That don't make no sense. But I see what they're saying. So revenue, if I make $1 million, I have to pay $300,000 in order to profit $100,000, right? Typical cost breakdown. So if a company sells a product for $50, right? $15 of material, $10 of labor to make it, put it together, right? Overheads, so like rent, utilities, all that stuff. Marketing, and then profit, right? So the labor would be how much they. And so here, employees get $10 out of the 50 revenue, right? So that's what I mean. You're not getting all that other stuff, right? All that other stuff that has to go to other things, right? But the profit, we still need the profit, right? So there you go. Now, I spelled that wrong. It's very different from normal business because artists are not paid from the profit of a song. They're paid through royalty split based on revenue. The label pays for everything else before it keeps its share. All right, let's see what the breakdown is. And I got to go. The revenue is split between regular distributor, publisher, songwriters, producers, and the artists usually last. So that's what I'm talking about. They get the last of the last. Okay. So major label, they keep 10% of the revenue, but the artists get 10% of the revenue. Label gets the 90, right? Songwriter, publishers, songwriters, 50% of the publisher revenue, 20%. The label get the other 80 to 90. After that, the 80 to 90% is split between the songwriters and the publisher. Okay? Well, producer cut, right? The producer get 10 to 5% master revenue plus an upfront fee, right? So you paying them. So really, honestly, truly, what happens is, and I always knew this, like, oh my bad. Hold on. Why is my cursor? All right. So